Hi everyone, I am Jenny from BLR Life Management. I wanted to share with y'all today what we're going to talk about is why some people stay in abusive and toxic relationships and how to break free. So I'm not going to keep you long, but I feel like it's important to talk about. So I'm going to start with my story. So I was in an abusive relationship for 8 years. And it started kind of slowly, and I didn't really understand what was happening. Some of the things he would say, some of the things he would do, that made me feel kind of uncomfortable, but like nothing like major, right? And so I just kind of went along with it and kind of stayed the course like a good wife should do. And I say that sarcastically, by the way. And then one day he said something, and I don't remember his exact words, but it was just this like outlandish thing. Like he used to get upset about napkins. And so I would work all day, and he would get upset about his food being on the table, prepared for him, on his plate, everything ready, and I would still be kind of, getting ketchup or, something like that, and he would throw a fit about a napkin. And at no point during that whole thing had he helped or done anything. And and that's fine in some families, but I worked full time too, and I had kids, and it would have been nice to have somebody just get up and grab a napkin. And it wasn't that it wasn't coming, it just wasn't there when he thought it should be. And I hate just more of those things kind of kept happening. And then I realized that, like, why was I staying? What was the reason? And for me, it was shame that I'd let myself get into a position that was like this. It was fear. He was the money provider. Nothing was in my name by design. I had no bank account. I had no credit cards. I had nothing in my name. I had nowhere to go. He had kind of taken me away from my family and put walls and barriers up there. And so there was so much fear and so much, again, shame. And then the kind of anger started growing within me, the resentment, the how could somebody that says they love me treat me this way? And then I just didn't know what to do. And I didn't know how to start loving myself again. For me, that was a key component to finally breaking free, was realizing that I wasn't loving myself. I wasn't giving myself the respect and love and care that I needed to. I was pouring everything into someone else. And, I like to have like my love cups, right? And I was pouring and pouring and pouring into my kids, which you should do, and pouring into work and work relationships, and pouring into my husband, and pouring and pouring and pouring. But then I oftentimes felt like my cup was empty because I wasn't even pouring into my own cup. And so for me, that moment that I finally broke free in my mind, which was the biggest break free moment, that moment I kind of broke free in my mind and was able to really take a look at things and be like, wait, this is not the design that I thought I was getting into. This is not the way that I grew up. I grew up in a family of love and care and consideration, very empathetic, very encouraging, where my love cup was always full. And so to have a relationship in which I was giving, which I wanted to do, because I love to give and love, but also wasn't receiving that back, or at least not in a way that I could do. So through his systematic approach of tearing me down, telling me the things that I did were of no value, I had lost myself, and I wasn't loving myself. And through my journey of healing, I have been able to let go of all of those kind of misconceptions and beliefs that I had about myself from someone else, and replace them with, wait a minute, I'm pretty great. I'm a great friend. I'm a great partner. I'm a great mother. All things that he had told me I wasn't. And they were to keep me down. Those things I had to break free from. And again, that started with loving myself. It started with understanding my value and my worth and why I was important. And I want to encourage you that whatever place you're in, like my healing journey started while I was still in that relationship. I had to start there. Other people may be able to leave that relationship and then heal, but for me it wasn't that. And no matter who told me to leave, no matter how many people said it was unhealthy, until I loved myself, I wasn't going to make a change. I wasn't going to do the things that I needed to do to be okay, because I felt like I could just hold on. I didn't want to get divorced again. I didn't want anyone to look at me and say, I told you you shouldn't have married him. I told you you shouldn't have done that. I told you. And I can tell you, it cost me so many things, so many years, so many relationships that now I'm rebuilding. But it takes time. It takes perseverance. It takes breaking free from those ideas in your head about yourself that aren't true. And I would love to show you how I went through that process. I would love to walk with you while you're learning to love yourself. There are key components that I can show you that made a huge difference in my life. So reach out. I've always got time. No pressure. Book a call. We can talk through where you are. I can give you some tips. I have some guides that I've created that are totally about loving yourself. I'm going to be doing a new series about just that. Being your best love. And Valentine's is right around the corner, and I can tell you the best love that I've ever had came from myself and from my God. And I would love to share that with you. So hit me up. It'd be great. Yeah. So y'all have a good day. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. You can do that better than anyone else can. Absolutely, 100%. You got this. Have a good day.